I suppose I really want to tease out through the latter half of this interview that I'm really interested in what it is that you think is making a difference when families are able to be supported to make whatever we want to call it, sustained change, impact, recovery. And I think we can use different language, but I'm really interested in what that is. And you might want to answer it all three levels, really. You might want to ask it about what needs to happen systemically, what needs to happen within the kind of micro-organizational worker stuff, and then what might need to just happen much more directly for the families in a sense, and maybe even do them the opposite way. What's most important for the families first to make sure that happens, and then for the workers, but how does that need to change in a system or something like that? I don't know. Yes, if that's helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that makes such a big difference is having an approach that is inclusive.
Okay.
That includes the person, the network, the family. When we think about well-being outcomes, which are now beautifully written into our legislation, gives us such an opportunity. Where is our well-being tied up? It's tied up in our own sense of self, our own contribution, but it's also a sense of belonging and who is around us and loving and being loved. So human beings know where their well-being is rooted. And if we're not inclusive, if we only work with individuals, we can't kind of understand what is at the heart of things for people.
Sure. And the classic example being something like someone in the room with a worker in what's considered a confidential individual treatment, and the family member's the one that's sat in the car park in the car that's bought them and going to take them home. And I mean, that's the classic example, isn't it, of those kind of things? Yes.
It is. It is. And, we developed a number of services to support those families. And I think that the carers, the families, whatever you like, they need time and attention. But it's really helpful to try and build confidence in our workforce to bring them together. And it is a different way of thinking because they've been used to one-to-one relationships alone, haven't they? And yes. We went through decades of the concept that the individual is the one, and you're not going to share any information with the distressed families. You're going to give them another service over here, and then never the two shall meet. So the individual's confidentiality resulted in services saying, no, sorry, I can't talk to you. The very people who are at the heart of the motivation for the one we're working with to actually make a change.